Wait, here we go. Okay. All right, Bailey, take it away.
Well, we'll call the meeting to order. Welcome. Happy Monday. Mr. Losi, would you like to do the Pledge of Allegiance for us again?
Certainly. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My new guests or new members with us, aside from our speaker today, I don't think we have any other familiar or unfamiliar faces. I think we're good. So Renee.
Yes. Yeah, just a couple real fast. Obviously, Burger Week is in full swing. If you didn't pick up your copy of the North Coast Journal outside my office, I think there's 1 or 2 copies left. But you could also go to ncjburgerweek.com and see pictures of all of the glorious burgers that are available, and they look delicious. You have 10 days to try and eat 28 burgers. They also have 2 contests. One is no purchase necessary. You can win a meal, a barnyard experience with the Foggy Bottom Boys out in Ferndale. If you do go into a restaurant, bring your receipt to Eel Valley Appliance or Poletsky's in Eureka. Write your name and phone number or email address on the receipt, turn it into a staff member, and be entered into win a chest freezer and $250 worth of groceries. So 2 nice little thank yous if you want to participate in Burger Week. As speaking of the MC of Burger Week, here comes Melissa Sanderson. Fly Humboldt announced last week that flights to Vegas will be happening twice weekly from Avelo Airlines out of the Humboldt County Airport. So that's super exciting. Yeah, so November 8th, $29. Enjoy your trip to Vegas. The Walk to End Alzheimer's is happening on October 9th. You can go online to alz.org and sign up or walk around your neighborhood. There's also a community garden right at the corner of Fortuna Boulevard and Kenmar. When you come off the highway, there's a little spot in that little section across the street with some memorials for people in remembrance of those that we've lost to Alzheimer's. Senator McGuire will be hosting a virtual town hall on climate change on October 6th. That's a Wednesday at 6:30. The link to register was in our email today. It's also posted on our website. If you go to the Fortuna Chamber tab and click on newsletter, you'll see past editions of our newsletter. I'm sure they will post it on Senator McGuire's Facebook page probably within a week. And then next week, we are slated to have our police chief, Casey Day, as our featured speaker. So stay tuned for that. And with that, I will turn it back over to Bailey.
Thank you. Any other announcements from any of our guests here? I think Melissa Sanderson has some exciting news she wants to share with us.
What do you want to know, Bailey?
Give me all the details, all of them.
I officially own the Enterprise. For those of you who don't know, Kyle says, actually, I don't, because it's not the first. I officially own it on Friday. I'm really super excited. I'll tell you guys, but I'm more excited about this than I am owning the journal. I am just looking forward to putting all of the things that used to be in the Beacon in it. And I've talked to a couple of people over in Ferndale yesterday, and there's kids at the school that want to do articles, and the elementary school, not the high school. So it's people are just coming in droves. Ferndale's people are worried that we're going to take away their town paper, and I had to reassure them that it's only 4 pages right now, and when I print, I'm going to come out with 12, so I'm giving you more. So once I really talked to the town and told them what our plan is, I got a ton of support. And we're just ready to come out of the gates rolling next week. The first issue will be the 7th. And I might end up with a building over in Ferndale. I might be there as with my home. It sounds like that might be where I land. Sorry, Fortuna. I even tried to get into Jeremy's office over in Ferndale. But there's tons of options, Jeremy. Once you put that call out, it was like, come one, come all. So if anybody has any questions, you guys can call me. The sales guys are going around town, selling lots and lots of great deals right now. We have gotten just tons of support, and everyone's super excited. So thank you. Yeah, Mike Losey, what's your question?
Hey, I don't have a question, but just information. The high school here at Fortuna used to have a journalism class. I don't know if they still do, but they publish their own newsletter, the Husky Howler, I believe.
Yeah, Mike, I was heavily involved in the Husky Howler for all 4 years, and I actually found my Husky Howler off-campus pass up in the attic the other night when I was looking for something. So, and unfortunately, they don't have the Husky Howler anymore. So last year, it was the pandemic, so it was hard, but that's when I first heard that they didn't have it. And I reached out to Clint Dewey and Glenn, my cousins in Estrero, and I said, I'll run it, like, figure it out. Let's do this. I need to get it back. People need to know that, you know, the freedom of the press and journalism is a very valid career choice for people.
Absolutely. That's a great voc ed program, and we just need more of those types of programs at Fortuna High. We have a lot. There are a lot of them there.
Yep, I'm ready and willing. I've got the money to support it. I'll print that paper for them, so I'm ready.
Cool.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
That's super exciting. Congratulations. Anybody else have anything exciting going on that they want to share? Oh, Becky, I think you're muted.
Did you mute me, Renee? How rude. Yeah, she's going. Hey, I wanted to ask about any feedback, Melissa, on the weekend of Burger Week. Did you get any yays or?
I mean, we never get Kyle, you guys, have we gotten any bad Burger Week vibes? All good shit? Just that guy Ramon. Oh, you guys want, okay, you want gossip. Okay, so Kyle went to Ramon's. He's our sales manager with his wife and his baby on Friday night, and they had the lamb burger. Is that what Ramon's had? Asian fusion burger. And they were sitting next to a 4-top table, and they were talking about how Burger Week used to run and how it used to be all $7 burgers, and how that was really great, and now it's like so expensive and stuff, and they weren't going to participate in Burger Week. But then later, after they finished their burger, they were all talking. They're like, okay, so what burger are we going to eat next? So I mean, everyone loves Burger Week. It's like, I haven't got totals from restaurants on how many they've sold, but they typically average about 60 a day. So I'd imagine they're cooking up a storm.
Great promotion all the way around throughout the county, everywhere. So it's you know, keep it up. And I know it's not the $7 burger anymore, but yay for the beef ranchers. You know, it can't be $7 burgers.
No, but you know, we have some cool contests this year. If you haven't entered to win the Foggy Bottom Boy little tour with a hamburger dinner, there's that. Or if you go get a burger, take your receipt and go give it to my brother at Eel Valley. I've got him giving away a nice chest freezer and food. So
Yeah, and groceries, like, yeah.
And groceries.
$250.
Wow.
Mhm.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's it. Stop talking about me. I've worked.
Anyone else have any
Media
other
mogul.
announcements before we pass it over? I think we're good. Okay. Well, I will let Susan Seaman take it over from here then.
All right. Thank you guys for having me back. Last time I came and talked to you about Lemonade Day, and I was so excited, and then it did not happen. We're all very, very sad about that. But the event I'm going to talk to you about today will definitely happen because it's going to be all virtual. For several years, I've been working with other economic development leaders to try to create a regional economic development summit. So I've done a few locally that have been Humboldt County Economic Development Summits, but we really wanted to do something broader. And one of the things that the pandemic has done through all of these Zoom meetings is allowed us to sort of strengthen our relationships with those folks in not just the other counties, Mendocino and Del Norte, which are part of the Redwood Coast region, but also just within our own county and some of our southern Humboldt areas and northern Humboldt and out to the east in Willow Creek. And so it was a really great time to start working on an economic development regional summit. When we started working on it, we thought October we would be free and in the clear, and we'd be able to have an in-person meeting and bring everybody to Humboldt County. But a few months ago, we realized that was not going to work. So October 21st and 22nd, we are going to have a 2-day Redwood Coast Region Economic Development Summit, which will include Humboldt, Del Norte, and Mendocino. Yep. It is being put on. It's a very collaborative group. I'm the chair from AEDC, but we are working with, I'm just trying to get an idea of how many folks, HSU, Southern Humboldt Chamber of Commerce, City of Eureka, REDEC, North Coast SBDC, Sierra Foundation, and SBDC down in Del Norte County, which is the West Business Development Center, is helping us, as well as the Del Norte Chamber of Commerce. And so our idea for this conference is to really, we talked a lot about resilience and we talked a lot about COVID, but we really wanted to start thinking about the future. Here on the North Coast, we have a lot of things that are changing and a lot of things that are really exciting. And so the conference theme is Future Forward. We're going to be holding it on a virtual platform called Hopin. And I hired a virtual platform coordinator. So this woman is just extraordinary. She researched all these different platforms to try to find the one that is the most interactive. So what we really want to do is provide as close to a conference going experience as possible. So we're going to have swag. We'll be sending out bags. We're partnering. Sea Crane is one of our sponsors, and they're going to be shipping tote bags and books and programs out to everybody who's participating. So you have sort of something tangible to write notes on and to feel like you're really all part of the same day. We have the first day will be all headliners. So we're going to start with a gentleman named Julian Mosine McQueen. He grew up in Ferndale, and he has since moved to San Francisco and has started a project called the Million Person Project, where he travels around the world and helps organizations tell their stories so that they can, better get funding, better get their messages out. So he is going to work with us in a couple of ways. One, he's going to do a keynote on how do we talk about our economy and our community. And then the second thing he's going to do is work with a group of emerging leaders that we've identified. Emerging leaders are not necessarily young leaders. They're anybody who's working in business or economic development or community leadership for the last 2 years. So you could be older and new in the field, but you'd still be an emerging leader. We have 30 nominated so far from Humboldt, Del Norte, and Mendocino. And he's going to work with all of them to help them figure out how to tell their story so that they can, throughout the conference, meet people and really get engaged with them and hopefully leave with a at least one mentor before they go, so that they will have each other as a peer group, a leadership peer group, but also they'll have mentors out there in the community to build those relationships. So he'll be there. We're going to have Ish Herrera from California Forward. California Forward is a statewide organization that really works a lot with regional entities to try to strengthen regional efforts and get more money from the state into those areas to address certain issues. So he's going to talk about that. His colleague, Patrick Atwater, is going to talk about the California Dream Index, which is a way of measuring the economic vitality of a community by looking at non-traditional economic measurements. So for years, we've looked at unemployment as a really big thing that you follow to see how well an economy is doing. But you know, if you're working 2 jobs, but everybody has a job, but it takes 2 jobs for them to pay the rent, it's not necessarily a true reflection. So the California Dream Index looks at things like home costs, how far are you commuting, what's the air quality like, what are these quality of life issues, and how easy is it to live in a community. So that's a really interesting new thing that they've been working on. We're going to have Kate Lancaster from HSU talking about regenerative environment, economy. And then we're going to close on that day with Senator McGuire doing a panel discussion just on the current economy and what's coming up in the future. So he'll talk to some folks from Visit California and some offshore wind people and possibly some green energy folks. He doesn't have his final person picked out yet. So that's day 1. So all those guys are kind of the big out of the area speakers. On the second day is all local, or it's all panel discussions, or not panels, it's all breakout sessions. So for every hour that we are going to have something going on, or hour and a half, we'll have 5 or 6 choices of potential workshops that people can go to. And all of the workshops will be designed to address our 3 audiences, which are business leaders, kind of economic development, more policy leaders, and emerging community leaders. And I'm going to show you, if you don't mind if I share my screen, sort of what some of these might be. Can you see our keynote speakers? I think Senator McGuire is on there right now. I don't know when I got muted. I've been talking and talking.
No, we can.
You're
we
not
can hear
muted.
you.
Oh, good. So we are focusing on 3 themes, which are industries bringing new opportunities, infrastructure for sustainable economies, and improving quality of life for all. So those are all of our topics will be based on those 3 themes. And so check out, so we have how the conference is going to work, how you get your tickets on this page. I'll share this with you. But here's our schedule for the 22nd. We have something on a robust cannabis industry, engaging the community in change. There's a lot of change that's going to be happening, and whether we want it to or not. So how do we talk to the community to get them excited about it rather than just afraid of it? Carbon negative, carbon information, how do we get housing built? How do we develop business mindset for artists? We have food security topics, employee ownership, airports and the opportunity they create, which will then also talk about remote workers, thriving minority businesses. There is just really so many exciting topics that if you are interested in, if you're a community leader in business or in economic development, there is definitely stuff for everybody. We've also built in an expo. So we have, just like a regular conference, we'll have an hour where you can just go visit different folks who will be in our expo hall, which are a lot of sponsors or partners. And then we have networking times. So after the conference or after the sessions are over, there's allocated networking time where people can get together and chat with each other and share business cards and get to know each other that way. So that's kind of an overview of the conference. It is $75. But I promise it will be worth it. I just got back from a League of Cities conference and I was like, man, our conference is going to be this good, at least. So, so I think that's the bulk of it. And now if you want to have just a conversation, ask questions, any specifics, I'm open.
Yeah, thank you, Susan. I know you talked about kind of like the three folks that this is geared for, your business leaders, your economic development policymakers, and then your community leaders. I do have a question on because it's virtual, if somebody buys a ticket and they can't hit everything live, will recorded links be provided afterwards so people can go back? Great, okay.
And that's great
super
because
helpful.
there's so many things we're not going to be able to go to all of them. However, unlike Zoom, you could jump around. So if you get in a workshop and you're like, nah, I'm not loving this one, you can go to another one without somebody putting you in there.
And who are some of the local speakers? You mentioned the keynotes.
Well, so we have 25 or 30 different topics. So if somebody's involved in economic development, I'm working right now. The 3 workshops that I am helping to put together include childcare, big surprise for everybody who knows me. And what does that look like? So Carrie Venegas from Changing Tides will be there. And Melody from Del Norte Childcare Council will be there. And I know that Miles from the city of Eureka is going to be there because the city of Eureka actually offers a childcare program for our employees. And then I'm hoping to get Shelley from Express Personnel as well, but I haven't confirmed her. We have a blue economy one. That's another one I'm working on, which will have somebody from the Fishermen's Association in Del Norte, the Noyo Marine Research Center in Mendocino, and Nordic Aqua Farms. And they'll be talking about the economy that comes out of the ocean. And then the third one that I'm working on is about community change and how do we prepare folks for change. And that will be facilitated by Nancy Olson, who's from HSU, and she's actually handling the change management for the Polytechnic University. And she'll be talking with some folks who have big projects going on and sort of how are they handling it. One thing I thought was fascinating when I called Del Norte to look for a speaker is they talked about the repercussions from not being willing to change. And how they've seen that affect their economy. So I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if we have a speaker from there yet, but that conversation to me was pretty eye-opening.
That's great. Anybody on the call want to jump in, ask any questions? See, Danny's put in a comment. Opportunity cost is huge in Humboldt. It's a quiet group. Oh my gosh. You're getting off easy, Susan.
And I know most of you all know me. You're not afraid to ask me questions, I'm sure.
Well, have you used the Hopin software? Have you seen it? Did you get a demo?
I've seen a demo, but I've not participated yet. But Clara, who is running it, is going to give every single workshop group a dry run so that everybody will be able to test it, make sure their equipment works before we do it. So I'm excited about that.
Great.
And
I love I love the expo hall idea too, because that's a great way to connect with folks.
In our program, so we're sending out a program that's a magazine quality. It's really exciting, and it has community highlights from every incorporated city that sent them in, but it's almost all of them in Humboldt, Del Norte, Mendocino, some county highlights, some tribal highlights. a few stories just about the economy, all of the sessions highlighted. It's going to be a 45-page magazine. It's got beautiful pictures in it. It's going to be super sweet. So I'm excited about that too.
That's great. Yeah. Danny, I see your hand up. Don't want to interrupt your workout.
Thank you. Hey, Madam Mayor. Tell us a little bit more about what you have in store for the emerging leaders after the conference. And also, are there any emerging leaders being nominated from the Fortuna area yet?
Don't know if I have Fortuna. I'm thinking I do, but I'm not positive. I could double check. But if you have anybody that you would like to nominate, please still send them our way. It officially ended on Friday, but you know, I can make some exceptions. The Emerging Leader program is really fun. It's going to happen the night before the conference. So on Wednesday, the 20th, they're going to have a 3-hour workshop that is with Julian to talk about what is their story. But then there's also going to be a half an hour on how do you get the most from this workshop. That's also included in the program. How do you get the most from this workshop? So it will, it talks about treat it like a real conference and don't try to do it while you're doing your work, like all the other workshops that we go to. And how do you take advantage of all of the cool factors like the expo and in the platform and stuff like that. So I really like that. How do you get the most from the conference sort of tips and hints, because even though a lot of us have gone to virtual conferences, we're still kind of getting used to it. And I don't know, sometimes, I mean, I won't say I do, is sometimes you kind of half-ass it. And I would rather, I think that there's a lot of opportunity to not do that here and really feel like you get a lot out of it. So.
Was there a deadline to register for the conference?
So there was an early bird deadline. We're now in just the regular mode. And I believe it's going to be October 8th or something like that. And the reason is because we're shipping out all of those packages.
Right.
So, which is hard for Humboldt. I know we're all going to want to register on the 18th, 2 days before, but I'm sure we'll figure out some way for folks to do that, but I highly encourage doing it on time and getting all of the goodies that go with it.
Great. Yeah, I think when you're saying it's great to have the recorded links, because then you can go back and watch it. If you're in a busy office all day, you want to know the information, but maybe that's not the best time. So you can go back and listen, when you get home or on the weekend or in the car, whatever. So that's great. Happy about that. Yeah. Any final questions, comments before we let everybody go? Ooh, we're done so early, unless there's anything else. Any final things you want to add, Susan?
No,
Besides, everybody go get your tickets.
I do hope to see you all there. I know some of you on the call have already bought your tickets. So good job. And if you do know anybody who is an emerging leader that you just want to get in, it's not quite under the wire, but we'll still consider it. So if you go to our website, and I'll put our website here in the chat. So if you give everybody just a second to capture that,
Yeah,
they can get in. Because I always do that. I'll put it in here and then everybody closes out. You could go there to buy tickets or to nominate people.
yeah, and we'll include the link when we upload this to YouTube too, so people, if they miss it in the chat, because obviously people watching later won't see the chat, but it's a very long URL, so we'll we'll throw that up on YouTube for everybody to make it simple. And I think you can link to it from the REDEC website too. I think they have a spot, which if you can't remember that long URL, you can remember RREDC and then get it that way. But
yeah,
great,
you can go to
awesome.
any of our website, any of our Facebook pages. It's been shared pretty widely, but Arcata Economic Development Corporation has the link several times. And what was I just going to add? I don't know. Oh, Jeremy has a question.
Jeremy's hand popped up. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Hey, I might be new to the Zoom game, but I'll tell you one thing I learned the other day. If you go to the chat and the little three dots next to the emoji, click on that and you can save the chat.
Yes, you can.
There's your little tidbit for the day.
Great job,
That's
Jeremy.
handy.
Yeah. I always thought that was like a moderator thing, but yeah, no, that's great. Participants can save it too, and then it'll make a little text file on your computer. You can go back and look at it. Awesome. Great
The
tip,
other
Jeremy.
thing-
Thank you.
I want to say is that Fortuna has submitted their community entry, so I'm very excited about that. Hopefully getting Ferndale today. Ferndale's the one city I'm waiting for. And so if anybody knows somebody with the chamber, and if they want to submit one, I've been reaching out to the city manager who said he's going to try to get it to me today, but maybe if somebody from the chamber wants to send me something, I can use that if he doesn't.
And what is that you're looking for?
It is a community highlight. So if you send me the person, like if you send me an introduction, I will send them the questions. It's 5-10 minutes the most about something that's happening in your community that you're really excited about. And it's fun to see things like little small downtown projects to massive infrastructure projects from town to town, depending on what folks are doing. So
Yeah, you said you got Ferndale or Fortuna's. You're waiting on Ferndale.
yep.
Okay, I can connect you with Thomas from the Ferndale Chamber.
Nice. He also got nominated to be an emerging leader. So I hope he participates. He'll be great.
Yeah, he's
Strangely,
great.
I'm not connected to him at all. So
Thing.
I will be
Oh,
soon.
well, you might have to go to North Coast Journal Burger Week and apply, enter the contest for a barnyard experience with them.
That sounds like a
Because
great
he is
plan.
one of the Foggy Bottom Boys.
I saw that this morning
Yeah.
on your on your email, I believe. So
Awesome. Great. Okay. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next week. Don't forget, go buy your tickets. And unless anybody has any final comments, that's it for us. And we will see you next week with the Police Chief Casey Day and hear all about what's happening with the Fortuna PD. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Have a good one. Enjoy your week. We have rain. It's so
Thank you
great.
all. Have a good week.
Yay for rain.
Bye.